All right, so I'm going to do a tutorial on the granny square cardigan where we have one big cardigan in the back and 4 in the front. And then the sleeves with the cuff. Now, I'm no professional videographer, so we're going to do the best we can. You will need to know how to double crochet in this video. And we're going to start with the granny squares on the front. So what we're going to do, this is kind of a one size fits most. It fits a extra large and a large where it closes in the front. It fits a medium, you know, and a small as well. That would just be oversized. Anything bigger than extra large, like if you're extra large, it would fit, but it would be an open front. It wouldn't really close up for you. Now, I am testing a 2X cardigan, but I don't have that yet. I did do a video on a 3X cardigan, 3X, 4X. So, oh, I hate that it's coming out that way. So we're going to go this way. So let's get our yarn. So what we're going to do is 10 rows on the squares, granny squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to do 9 rows and put it aside because the 10th row on all the squares need to be the color of the cardigan that you want, like the main color. Like mine's a dark blue, is what I consider my main color. And I think what I'm going to do for my main color is this. So you have 10 squares on each of the 4, and then you have 20 on the back. So either get 9 different colors or 5 different colors, however you want. I think I did 9 different colors. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do 9 different colors. So let's begin. So I used an 8mm hook. So we're going to use an 8mm hook. These are my favorite hooks. They come from Hobby Lobby, I think. So I'm going to start each square with, you can do a magic circle or a chain 3. And I'm going to do the chain 3 method because, oh, come on. I don't want it coming apart. So what I'm going to do, I would like for you to be familiar with the chains and the double crochets because I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on that. You can learn that on YouTube somewhere. But I'm going to chain 3 with my 8mm hook. And I'm going to go into that first chain. What is happening here? I'm kind of stuck at my desk. Go away. Alright, so I'm going to do chain 3. And I'm just going to slip stitch, make a circle. We have our circle there. I'm going to chain 2, which is going to count as a double crochet. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the hole into the center. And I'm going to chain 2 because I'm using an 8mm hook. And then into the same circle, I'm going to put 3 more double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm just going to work over this end. I'll weave them all in at the end. And then 3 more double crochet into the center. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. That gives me 3. I'll have to move it over a little bit. And another set of double crochet clusters of 3. Now right here we're going to chain 2, and we're going to insert in the top of that first chain 2 with slip stitch. Chain 1 and cut off. So I cut mine off after every row. So that's the first row. And you're going to need 4 of these for the front. So my next color, I'm going to go with this. There's some recycled yarn here, but it'll all come together later. And I'm just going to put it on my hook with a slip knot. And I'm going to go into a corner. And I'm going to make a slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to work 2 double crochet into that same corner. And I'm going to chain 2, move it over, and I'm going to do 3 more double crochet into that corner. 1, 2, 3. Now I don't put any chains in between my clusters. I'm going to go to the next corner, and I'm going to just immediately do 3 double crochet. Now you can slow this video down using your little gear switch at the bottom if you're on YouTube. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same corner. All right. So now I'm going to go immediately to the next corner, and I'm going to do 3 double crochet. And I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to do 3 double crochet. Same stitch for a corner. Now we're going to go into our last corner with 3 double crochet. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Now I'm immediately just going to go into that chain 2 space. I just go through the stitch there. Not the stitch, but the hole. And I'm going to slip stitch, chain 1, cut off. So that's row 2. So we have now 4 corners and then 1 in the center of each corner. Experienced granny square makers will know that it continues to grow. The next row will have the 2 corners and then 2 spaces in between. And you're going to work 9 of these. So let me find my next color. I think I'm going to use this color. I'm just using some scrap yarn. And I'm going to make a slip stitch. Put my hook in there. I usually like to go to the opposite side of where I ended so that I don't have a whole bunch of strings just on one spot. And I'm going to go in a corner and I'm going to work. Well, when I go into that corner, now look, this is how I do it. I have my slip stitch on that hook and I go into the corner and I yarn over and pull up. And I have 2 stitches on there. I'm just going to pull through that. That way it's anchored. And I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do 2 double crochet more into that corner. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to move that over. You always do a full set in the corner, because if you don't, you can do it however you want, but in my experience, like 40 years experience, it causes a problem. So let's do 3 double crochet in the same stitch. And the problem is, if you just do one set here and go around and then do a set here and chain 2 and connect, it makes this gap just huge for whatever reason. Okay, so now, instead of going straight to the next corner, we're just going to go in the center in the space with 3 double crochet. Now we're at the corner, and we're going to do 3 double crochet. Chain 2, and then 3 double crochet into the same corner. Now my video is for people who already know how to make double crochets, and I go a little fast, I know. Now on YouTube you can slow it down. On TikTok, I don't think that you can. But we're going to go into the center. So there's the corner. We're going to go into that center one with 3 double crochet. And we're not chaining in between now. So now we're at our corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochet. And we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do 3 double crochet. Now we're going to go into the center with 3 double crochet. Immediately to the corner with 3 double crochet. Chain 2. And 3 double crochet. Now we're going to go into the center with 3 double crochet. And we're back at our original corner. So we're just going to go, so here you have your chain 2 and your 2 double crochet. I'm just going to go in between there with a slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to cut off. Alright. So now we're going to do the next row, and in the next row you have 2 corners and then 2 in the center. Then when we get to our next row, we'll have 2 corners and 3, and then our next row 2 corners and 4, all the way up until we get 9, and then we're going to stop and make 3 more, and then we'll go in and put our main color that we've decided to use on all 4 of them. Now, if you're experienced and you won't lose track, go ahead and put your 10th one this color if you like. So let me find another color. I'm going to do gray. I'm just winging it here, guys. Let me find the end. Okay. We're on row 4, and I'm going to start with a slip stitch. Put my hook in there. And I'm going to start in a corner by putting my hook in that corner and yarning over and pulling through. And you have your 2 on your hook, and I'm just going to pull through there to anchor it. Chain 2. Now we're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, move it down because we're going to put our next cluster into the same square. So 1, 2, 3. And now in between the corners we have 2 spaces. We're just going to go straight into the next one with 3 double crochet. Straight into the next one with 3 double crochet. And straight into the corner with 3 double crochet. Chain 2. And in the same corner, 3 double crochet. Now we're back on our straight edge. We have 2 corners and then the 2 in the center. So we're just going to go straight into the first one with 3 double crochet. Straight into the next one with 3 double crochet. And straight into the corner with 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And there's my chain 2, 3 double crochet. So now I'm on my third side, so I'm going to go straight into the first space with 3 double crochet. The second space with 3 double crochet. And the corner with 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. All into the same corner. Now this pattern for this sweater that I have right here, it is for an 8mm hook. I don't know a size. I haven't worked a size for a smaller hook yet. But I'm going to work a size with a 6.5 hook. And I'll let you know when I do. Now we're on our last. We have our 2 corners and we have our 2 in the middle. Straight into the first one with 3 double crochet. The next 3 double crochet. And then we're at our corner and we have our 3 double crochet, chain 2. Then we have that 2 double crochet and the chain 2. So I'm going to go into that, just into the space there with a slip stitch and a chain 1. So I know that was a little fast, but so now 1, 2, 3, 4, we're already almost halfway there in 20 minutes. So what I want you to do is make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 9 rows. And then I will meet you back on the 10th row of each one, and we're going to do the back. Okay? Now, if you get ahead of yourself before I get back and you make 4 of these with 9 rows and you've put your 10th row of your base color, go ahead and start your back. So your back is going to be 20 rows. So we have 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows. And our back is going to be one big 20-row piece. And remember that 20th row needs to be the color of your yarn. And what I did on mine is I still used 9 colors On the back, I just repeated that sequence twice. Like I did maroon, gold, purple, gray, and then whatever other colors I used, and made the 10 rows, because I did use this color on the 10th row on the back. And then just repeat that sequence color. So I want to keep these videos about 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and make 4 of these, and then I'll be back.